So a few days ago, I found myself immersed in a conversation in regards to the highest form of discipline. And it's not your typical conventional type of discipline that I'm referring to as far as building routines, grinding it out, but the kind of discipline that suggests that you are living as though you have already accomplished everything that you have ever wanted in life. The truth is, most people really only live through their 5 physical senses, what they can see, smell, hear, taste, and touch. But most people are unaware of their ability to influence their reality energetically. In today's video, we're going to be breaking down the power of changing your internal world, how you can shift into a new state of mind, and how you can change effective habits that will change the way that you perceive yourself. Make sure you watch until the end of this video so you can get a firm grasp of these concepts so you can start implementing them immediately. So imagine your desire as a destination. Conventional discipline is a roadmap that is essentially guiding you there, ensuring you follow every prescribed rule along the way. Yet the highest form of discipline doesn't just involve following a certain roadmap, but embodying the spirit of the destination before you even arrive there. Think about an actor, for example. Before they immerse themselves into a role, they have to fully convince themselves that they are this person, that they have been through these life circumstances, as a way to make you as the viewer believe that the character that they are trying to embody is indeed real and that character exists. The same goes for us in our realities. We really must embody the essence of our desires before they materialize, where you feel the happiness and the fulfillment of the things that you desire before they materialize. Most people do it backwards. We have to reverse the process and understand that in order for us to truly experience what it is that we want in our lives, we need to embody that energy today. So I find that I typically learn a lot better through metaphors and analogies, finding comparisons that I can somehow find correlations to. Because when I'm able to find relevant comparisons, it just makes it a lot more natural and seamless in my own mind. So I'm gonna hit y'all with another quick metaphor, okay? So consider a sculptor, someone who's sculpting a piece of art. They're chipping away at this block of marble day after day, working on this amazing piece of art that they've envisioned in their mind. And in this case, discipline is the consistent strikes, each one bringing the envisioned masterpiece closer to reality. Consistency. Living in your desired state is comparable to the sculptor, not only by carving the statue itself, but feeling its smooth curves in every strike long before it even takes its shape. Because that's obviously a very lengthy process. But this sculptor is very committed to the vision, very committed to the process, because he can already feel how smooth that piece of art is going to be once it's complete. He has 100% faith and conviction in what the end product will look like. So that being said, living in your desired state is a daily ritual. It's a commitment with yourself, finding harmony between how you're living today and with your future self. And it's not just wishful thinking. It truly is an act of becoming. The same way a pianist would practice chords until they become second nature, we must practice the chords of our desires daily in every fiber of our being until it truly does become second nature. So in this case, where we talk about discipline, to demonstrate a certain level of discipline, you need consistency and intention. So obviously with consistency comes repetition. But in this case, repetition doesn't just mean affirming things day after day, but really tweaking and tuning your own energy to be in line with whatever it is that you want to achieve. So it's really important that our actions, thoughts, and emotions are all in line with whatever it is that we want to experience in our reality. And I've learned that for myself at firsthand. And this has definitely become something that I've become very passionate about speaking about, just because I understand how relevant it's been in my own life and in the lives of those around me. People often ask me, like, what are practical steps to demonstrate what it is that you're talking about? And the first thing I always say is having some sort of a morning routine, some kind of structure in your morning that allows you to embody that energy the moment you start your day. Whether that's visualizing, taking notes, journaling, writing out things that are correlated to your goal. Ultimately, it's the feeling state that we are trying to achieve every single day. Because in order for you to change your reality, you must first change your self-concept. You change your self-concept by incorporating consistency into your daily life by changing your energy. There are infinite ways to change your energy. It's just a matter of, again, how consistent you are in regards to making the effort to change your self-concept, change the way that you feel about yourself, change the way that you feel about your day-to-day living. So there are infinite strategies and techniques that have proven to work. There are so many different techniques that work. It's just a matter of like what works for you and strategies that you put in place that will allow you to remain committed to them. Because consistency is everything. And that's why I say, like you see it in the title of this video, the highest form of discipline, really changing your self-concept and living in your desired state. Although it's not revealing itself in your three-dimensional world, in your physical reality, you are sharpening your conviction, sharpening your belief day after day. And because you're making such an effort to do so, your energy will follow and it becomes second nature. So you don't always have to remind yourself because it becomes so natural. So of course, affirmations are super powerful. But it's not just a matter of what it is that you're saying or what it is that you're writing down, but what do these phrases or sentences make you feel? That's where you need to put all of your attention and energy into, is what you are feeling. And that's what affirmations do. That's what visualization does. It is our key to alter our feeling state, because what you feel is what will shift your reality. That's definitely something that you need to keep in mind. Saying things, writing things don't mean nothing if it doesn't have an impact on how you feel. That is what we are doing each and every day. The entire purpose of these techniques is to change how you feel naturally without always having to remind yourself of like, oh, I don't need to feel like I'm in lack. I'm abundant. Life is abundant. I live in a reality of infinite energy where there are infinite possibilities. And I am a child of the universe, of the creator, and achieving my desires, living in my desires is my birthright. So what does that feel like? And again, this isn't something that happens overnight. It requires a lot of repetition. And that's why I say this truly is the highest form of discipline, because you are changing the way that you feel, not just changing what it is that you do. Getting up in the morning, brushing your teeth, whatever it is, whatever morning routine you currently have in place, that requires discipline, yes. But this requires a lot of conscious awareness to be able to shift and change how you feel all the time, because we're changing our self-concept, the way that we perceive ourselves. The way that we perceive ourselves is what we experience. So if we want to change what we experience, we must first change how we perceive ourselves. How do we do that? Change the way that we feel. How do we do that? We change the way that we feel with consistency and repetition, with some of the techniques that I just suggested. There's also another technique that you can incorporate. You can draw out your desires, which is honestly very powerful. But again, you just have to be able to sustain the feeling of this new concept of yourself, even when your physical reality isn't really communicating that. And that's why it requires so much discipline, because you are essentially controlling the way that you feel regardless of what you're experiencing in your external world. Every action, no matter how small or big, should be in line with the person that you want to become, with the person that is worthy of experiencing your desires. Act as if your desired state isn't like a distant shore by any means, but it's the ground beneath your feet. You have already arrived. So not only are you already this person who has accomplished everything that they want in their lives, but everyone around you, whether that be friends, family, partner, is also aligned with this new self-concept of yourself. Everyone around you is in alignment with your goals as if they have already manifested. I said that again, okay? It's very, very powerful. If you haven't already checked out some of the work from Neville Goddard, he's an OG, man. Like, as far as teachings in regards to shifting your self-concept and how it is that you feel. And one of the quotes in, I think it might have been Feeling is a Secret. Don't quote me on that though. And the quote is, if you assume that you are what you want to be, then you will see others as they are related to your assumption. So I'm gonna say that again. If you assume that you are what you want to be, then you will see others as they are related to your assumption. So if you're someone who's really looking to make a change in their lives, the fact that you're watching this video reaffirms that you are putting that intention in place, which is amazing. But if you want to take it a step further and really study these things on a daily basis, I highly encourage you to check out Neville Goddard's work. His work is just so precise. It's so intentional. It's very clear. It's not the easiest read at the beginning. You may have to read it a little slowly at first just to be able to digest it. But once you get in the flow of things and those new mind connections are being made, you will definitely feel it, man. I'll link that book in the description of this video. Again, this has just been something that's been helping me a lot in my life, and I would love for y'all to check that out so you can see what it is that I'm talking about. And now, with that being said, one of the things that Neville Goddard speaks on a lot throughout his books, if we're talking practicality, how do you do this? That's always the questions that people have. It's like, I want to change my life, but I don't know how. The time before you sleep is the most essential time to influence your self-concept, the way that you perceive yourself. Neville Goddard refers to the time before you sleep as the gateway into your subconscious mind. And that's essentially what the goal is, right? Like we're trying to influence, we're trying to change our subconscious beliefs about ourselves, about the world, what's possible, right? And if that time before you sleep is the most crucial time to do that, don't take that time for granted. Be consciously aware every night before you sleep and envision what it is that you want to experience and ask yourself what that makes you feel, and do that day after day. Whether that's the money, the traveling, the relationships, the abundant food, the experiences, whatever it is that you want in your life, right? Because success in itself is subjective. Money is probably the most universal form of how we measure success, but it comes in all forms. So whatever that looks like to you, visualize it and feel it every night before you sleep. And don't take that time lightly, because it's the gateway into the subconscious. And a key point here, okay? When you are visualizing, whether it's in the morning or at night, do not, and I repeat, do not view yourself on a movie screen in third person. Do not do that. The entire purpose of visualization is to influence how you feel. So it must be from a first person perspective. So let's say you just closed a big deal for 100K. You're in a boardroom and you put your hand out, you shake the client's hand, you hear him thank you, and he says, "I'm really looking forward to working with you. There's no one else that would want to pay. You have proved your value time and time again, and I'm really looking forward to this partnership. Let's get it going." And you feel that firm handshake, you feel that firm grip, right? From a first person perspective. It's not you on a movie screen in third person where you can see your physical body. No, man, you are in the body, in the visual, in whatever it is that you're picturing in your mind. You are there, you are physically present, and you can feel everything. The highest form of discipline isn't rigid, it's fluid, okay? It's merely adapting to your desires. That's what it is, it's adaptation. It really is a dance between effort and surrender, between consistency and adaptability. Remember that discipline isn't just pushing through tasks by any means. It's about vibrating at the frequency of your desires, feeling how you would feel had you already accomplished everything that you've set out to accomplish. And this is how we attract people and opportunities into our lives, is by vibrating at that frequency consistently to the point where it becomes so natural we don't have to remind ourselves to do so anymore. And this is truly why I consider this the highest form of discipline, because living in your desired state requires a very high level of self-awareness, a daily commitment to self-awareness. It really is about asking yourself, am I truly aligned with my goals? Are my actions leading me closer to my desires? If you made it this far in the video, man, much love to you. If you found value in this video and if some of the things that I said resonated with you, please do share it with someone who needs that extra bit of inspiration, just to remind them that they do have the ability to influence their reality. And of course, if you haven't already hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that right now, man. Please like the video as well. That does wonders for the algorithm, and it means more to me than you know. So appreciate you guys so much. Sending love to each and every one of you. I will see you guys in the next video, man. It's KT.